Hello, guys. This is Sapphire Morningstar. I'm here with episode 3 of Siren, titled Interview with a Mermaid. So, um, as we know, Ren is on land. She's searching for her sister. And Ben and his girlfriend Maddie, like, we're going to help you out. So, Helen, in this episode, sort of warns them that they pretty much need to be careful of Ren because, she is dangerous and, she feels that Ben, especially Ben, um, he's on a path of repeating his family history, and that Maddie should pay more close attention to her stepdad's cultural history. So I'm guessing her dad is from a Native American tribe, and they probably have some sort of legends on mermaids. So that'll be interesting to see how that aspect will play into this season. Because if you look at mythology, almost every culture has some sort of mythology on mermaids. So they decide to try to get to know more about Ren. So they take her back to their job, the marine biologist center, and they start running some simple tests on her, like bone density, because I think she weighed like 190, 195, 198. They were like, because they were looking at her size, like there's no way in the world she could weigh that much. So they're like, it's probably like a bone density. So they're doing like a simple physical exam on her. And he tried to take her blood pressure, but when you take blood pressure, the cup gets tight. So she thought it was like trying to squeeze her. So she said, he was like, okay, no blood pressure then, no blood pressure then. They did all simple that. And so while he's measuring her, Ren ends up almost kissing him until he sort of snaps out of it. So my theory is that the siren song that they sing sort of lures people in, and the kiss probably puts them under her control. That's my theory. I'm not sure if it's true, but that is my theory. Cause this is not the second time she's been interested in the idea of kissing. Cause I don't know if mermaids, if they kiss. I mean, they got lips, but I don't know if kissing is a thing mermaids do. Cause she seen Maddie kiss Ben, so maybe she's just trying to do it because she saw Maddie do it, or maybe that's how she gets men under her complete control. Because the siren song literally just puts them into a trance. So that's just my theory. Meanwhile, with Calvin and Calvin and Xander, they're still looking for their friend Chris. So Chris ends up sending them an SOS from the nurse's phone. Um, Xander calls his number back, which I thought was stupid. Like, why would you call the number back? Oh my goodness, because he got taken by the military. Oh, you're not smart at all. That frustrated me so bad. So they end up calling the number back, find out the woman's name, and then they Googled her behind, Facebook and all that, and they end up going to her house, and from her house, they followed her to the military base. So here comes Calvin dumb self talking about, let's hurry go in. I'm like, that is a military base. You really think they gonna just let some civilian car just drive up into the base? You stupid. So they had two soldiers come out with guns. They were like, no, turn around, turn around. I'm like, what you thought was gonna happen? Anyway, that was pretty much with Calvin and Xander. Ren ends up meeting a friend, an employee who works at a marine biology thing with Maddie and Ben. He ends up taking us to a party, and the party's at this place called the Siren Motel. It's like a nice party. They chilling, drinking beer. And Ren drunk like, I think 3 to 5 cups of beer. Like I'm guessing alcohol doesn't phase her because she drunk those things like it was nothing. And then she ends up getting pushed in the pool, and there's like this for like, so because Ben and Maddie's look for her, and they see her fall in the pool, they're like, oh no, she's gonna start turning, but she didn't turn. So Maddie ends up taking her to this to a hotel room to try to dry her off because the policeman showed up. So they like, we ain't got noise complaints, break up the party, and Ben ended up at the party having talks with his brother because his dad wants his son Ben on this project. So the brother's trying to convince his brother, come on, join us for this little project. And so Maddie is talking to Ren, trying to figure out why she didn't transform the pool. And Ren basically said that she can only transform in ocean water. It has to be the water that she's from, which makes sense because in every other show that's usually about mermaids, any aspect of water they can't touch automatically start to tell. So I like the idea that only ocean water can turn to the lake. So she is pretty much fine on land, which makes perfect sense to me. Later, later that night, they're worried about Ren because she doesn't want to go back and work because she's so determined to find her fellow mermaid. So they're like, okay, you're gonna stay here for the night because Helen's like nighttime. Helen's probably already asleep, so they want to bother her. So they like, okay, you can sleep over here. So they fix her a little mat thing on the couch, and Maddie in bed sleep in bed. But then Ren gets up and she ends up lying in between the two and falling asleep. So that's showing them that she trusts them. That's the way I took it. I saw someone on YouTube suggest that maybe they she was hoping for like a poly type relationship, but I think that's just Ren showing them that she trusts them. You know, that's what I got from that. So I want you guys. So comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for the next episode of Siren. Make sure you can check it out. You can check out Siren on Freeform channel, the Freeform app, if you have your cable provider information, or if you have Hulu. It's always going to be on Hulu. It should be on Hulu about 3 in the morning the next day. So if you watch it Friday, it should be on there Thursday, like 3 in the morning on Friday. That's when you should be watching. So again, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.